WQAM. Take you guys up until 2 here on the program. We had Canes winning 26-7 this weekend. They climbed to number 2 in the AP Poll. By the way, the Marlins have won 6 straight.
They're not out of it.
They're not out of it. They're not. Now, I think they're 4 back with 6 to go.
But here's the thing.
But
if they somehow could beat the Phillies, they play the Mets at home this weekend.
Yep.
And the Mets are ahead of them in the wild card standing.
They're in the last
So
spot.
there's an opportunity to beat a team ahead of you, and that's one game. So it's not
crazy.
half a game. It's crazy, right?
This is absolutely crazy. So if you're looking for something to watch this weekend with the Dolphins already in the books and the Canes off, tune into the Fish. We'll see if they can do a little something here in this final week of
every time
baseball.
we give them a little looky-loo.
A little I know it does feel like that every time we kind of gander. They're just like, let us just do our thing alone. But they swept the Rangers this week. They basically put the dagger in the Rangers this weekend. They swept Colorado. I mean, Colorado's awful, but the Rangers are not. The Rangers are a decent team, and they got the NL East champs in tonight. And then the Mets are kind of holding on for grim death in the wild card spot.
Man, if they don't make the playoffs, that would be the biggest choke job.
Oh yeah.
Weren't
Yeah.
they leading the division like for half the year almost?
Right, and then the Phillies just boat raced them. They were holding on at least to one of the 3 wild card spots, and now.
Oh, dude! If we're able to do this the year they give Juan Soto $700 million, Peter Bendick
Should have stayed in the Bronx, buddy.
Oh man! All right, I see your team, Betty. There. Oh man! So yeah, Yuri Perez had 4 shutout innings. He struck out 9 in 4 innings, and then Otto Lopez went 3 out of 4 with an RBI. Agustin Ramirez had an RBI double yesterday. So 3 on the road against the Phillies, and then they wrap up at home with 3 against the Mets. So should be a good one. I saw, by the way, all the Panthers, not just Matthew Tkachuk, but all the Panthers. A lot of the Panthers went to the Canes game this week. All the Finns except for Barkey. I guess he's not a college football fan, more of a hoops fan.
So no wonder they lost that doubleheader to Nashville.
Well, they're not playing anybody. they basically Bill Zito came out and he goes, we're gonna take it easy on our boys here in preseason. So we got a lot of the young guys are playing this game. Like Bob, it was Bob's birthday. Was it yesterday or the day before?
Bob didn't even go. He didn't even.
Nah, they send Tarasov there. They're like, other goalie, you go. But happy birthday, by the way. Bob turns 37 this weekend. I saw birthday, he did some charity work. He went to a children's hospital. Good dude. What a gem.
On his birthday, he's doing charitable work.
What a gem. He goes, you know what made me feel good? Charity. Great dude. Love Sergei Bobrovsky. We also got some news.
This is the first year in a long time we didn't get to talk to him.
I know. Well, I'm going to work on it. I'm working on it. Oh, I will get this focused. Tyler Herro, by the way, we did get an update on him. The successful surgery.
Nice.
And you know what?
What?
Enough with that.
What?
And besides Alex Smith, who had a whole bunch of stuff going on.
Yep.
Right? He had to have like a bunch of surgeries with his leg. Everybody says that the day after surgery. Have you ever heard somebody, an athlete, they go, didn't go as we planned.
Theismann, maybe?
They had day of surgery.
No, but Theismann, Alex Smith.
Yeah, I mean, there are certain surgeries when it's that nasty and grim.
Right. But I'm saying, even if a player has a setback in their surgery, you never hear it right after the surgery, right? You always hear it like a month later. We got to go back in and do another little procedure.
Oh, that would be terrible. Well, the Heat, they put out a statement that says, your Miami Heat announced that Tyler Herro underwent successful surgery today to alleviate posterior impingement syndrome in his left ankle. The 90-minute procedure was performed by Dr. Thomas Sangiovanni and assisted by team physicians Harlan Selznick and Franz Lerabors.
Oh man, he got the all-star team.
He got the squad on that foot. He goes, boys, this is a $50 million foot. Get it right. Herro is expected to miss around 8 weeks. So not as maybe ominous as it was. It's still like 12 to 14 games if he is on that table. But I will say,
wait, 12 weeks would be 3 months, right?
Yeah, it would be 3 months. So this is about a month. This is all of training camp, about the first month of the season.
So you,
but that's not being in shape and playing basketball. So.
Right, that is true. But if it were to stick to that, and I know that this is probably going to go longer because, he's got to get into shape and all
Christmas.
that. Christmas. That's strong, dude.
You think in January?
They said he should be back in 8 weeks. That would put us in mid-November.
But if you go in 12 weeks,
it's not 12 weeks. 8.
So it's 8.
Yeah, it's 8 weeks.
So keep in mind when they say 8 weeks,
around 8
weeks, they're including some of the time that we're talking about after the fact, right? So they're including some of that recovery time and stuff like that. What you need to figure out is how long will he either be on the boot or the stroller before he can start doing walking or stuff like that.
Yeah,
I think that's part of the 8 weeks though.
Yes, I think so too. I think that's
so he could probably be back. I'd say worst case scenario, Thanksgiving.
Yeah, that's about what that's about what they would put. Which look, the Heat have a tough start to the schedule because they have the West Coast trip, a lot of Cavs and Knicks. So they got
dude, we're done with you by November.
Yep. Yeah. The start of the Heat schedule is real strong. We're gonna know a lot about this.
What are teams gonna do when they can't pick on Tyler Herro?
I don't know. But I also don't know who's gonna shoot the ball besides Norman Powell. So there's that I'm worried about.
You got Nico.
You got Nico. Got Powell.
They'll pick on Nico.
You think they'll pick on Nico?
Nico was doing some work defensively in Euros. Because let me tell you who wasn't doing work.
That's Euros.
Joker.
Stop. That was Euros.
I mean, Franz Wagner is a division rival.
You name one player.
Schroeder.
All right.
That guy is EuroLeague Hall of Famer.
No, he's a guy. He's like this. He's like the Bob Cousy of German basketball.
But then he comes over here and he averaged 8 a game.
He is what he is.
Right.
This is this was Herro put out a photo. So there's his foot all
that's a long leg, damn.
Yeah, with that long lens. So and then he put out, I don't know what this statement was that he put out.
So he probably in a cast for 6 weeks.
Really?
Yeah, anytime you have to immobilize it like that, you're talking about 6 weeks, 4 to 6 weeks, maybe longer, maybe it's 8 weeks. I don't know.
And so then how much do you think afterwards that would be like getting?
Well, because if it's in the cast, keep in mind, if it's in the cast for 4 to 6 weeks, that's usually the going thing, unless this is longer. Right? Now, your first week or two coming back, all you're doing is working on mobility, flexibility, because it hasn't moved, and you're working on the atrophy in the rest of your leg.
Got that
and
leg
your
atrophy.
calf and stuff like that. So before you do any of the basketball stuff, you got to get your strength.
He also put out this statement on Twitter or on Instagram, excuse me, that I was like, it felt strong. Now he may be coming off of a surgery high. I don't know. But he put out this this thing on Instagram, giving the finger to the camera and then being like, I'm going to tear the league back down when I return. And I'm like, that doesn't seem like an 8-week message. I feel like that's
him giving the finger.
Yeah, well, like I said, he might be high as a kite.
Check this out.
He's like, that morphine still setting in, man.
Hey, Tobin.
Yep.
Tobin. Yep. Like him saying that has nothing to do with his recovery time, right? Like the recovery time is the recovery time.
Mm-hmm.
So whenever he gets back, then we'll apply those words. But
maybe.
And again,
I feel like
when
that's
you
something
see a guy. Think about this. When Jalen Phillips had his ACL or whatever he had, right? He was walking in a week, right? Yep. Not doing that, but walking, right? So that atrophy is not going to be. If he's in this cast for 4 to 6 weeks, usually when you have foot surgery, or even when I had my thumb, when they I had that in for 6 weeks, right? So there's certain injuries depending on what they did. They might have had to put a screw in there, right? They might have, but if you immobilize it by putting a cast, that adds a different level of rehab because now you got to get your leg back to the strength where you can then go out and perform.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, and look, let's be honest about the Heat. They're kind of vague on these injuries. When they say around 8 weeks, gives you leeway.
It could be a year.
Justice
Winslow. The thing that's it. When I saw him in the cast, usually when they cast it like that, that's 4 to 6 weeks. So just imagine that leg and that calf, right?
Yeah,
mostly the calf.
I'm
4 to 6 weeks not using it, and then how long it's going to take to get it back to the string?
Now, we're moving to December now.
Yeah, we are.
As a man, as a man who's been injured as much as Leroy Horde, I trust you on these things.
Yeah, that's all I look. When I saw him in the cast,
the type of
that
cast
means that when I saw him in that cast, that means that maybe they put a little screw in there,
a pin,
or something along a pin. So that means that thing got a set. That's a 6-week thing. Then you got to come back. Your leg is he's gonna have little leg and big leg.
Oh, don't say that. Not little leg.
Yeah, little leg.
Don't say that, dude.
Before you do that, before you even start playing basketball, the main thing you're gonna work on is mobility. So you're gonna have to work on that flexibility, that mobility, strength. You're gonna be doing a lot of strengthening exercise. Then you're gonna have to build up that calf. Then you may start jogging or running. Oh yeah. I changed my mind. I'm saying Christmas Day game.
What?
I was right. I told you.
You were right. You were right.
You got back to Vlad's negotiation.
Yeah, because I'm just I'm talking it out loud. I'm speaking out loud. So just imagine if you didn't do nothing on your leg for 6 weeks.
Yeah, no, I didn't know it was going to be that long. When you said the cast, I didn't realize.
Let me be clear. I don't know how long they're going to have the cast on him.
Right.
But if you put some type of pin or screw in there, that's usually a 6-week thing.
You need to say because it needs to set.
It needs to set. Right. Correct. So if
well, I think, and I think Nico, I think like he said that he got mad at him because they tried, like Nico was in a boot when he went to Serbia last year. He had something like this, like the foot ankle, and they were like, hey man, you got to be, immobilized. I don't think he listened. I think he went with Serbian doctor.
Yeah, so, but a boot is different though.
Doctor told him to
because
go right back out.
The reason why a boot is different is because when you're getting physical therapy every day, they take the boot off and work your leg.
You can do that.
You don't get that atrophy. The cast can't do nothing.